offline. Sensors offline. Weapons offline. Systems critical. Backup power established. Rerouting power. Running debug.
Hello and welcome to the Debug. My name is Virtual Grant, and on this episode we have a brand new guest host. His name's Josh. So why don't you introduce yourself, Josh, and tell us a little about yourself.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm 27 years old. I'm an IT guy that is failing out of college.
Hi, I'm Grant, and I'm an alcoholic. Anyway,
good start.
Oh yeah, great start. Anyway, I guess we're just here to talk about video games and things of the like. But most importantly, I'm a little fed up with the video game industry as a whole. I guess as of late.
Agreed.
I mean, all we're getting is the same thing. I mean, same thing over and over and over and over again. It's just like they've taken the battle royale, put it in a meat grinder, and basically rebrand it.
That's literally what they've done. Like every single game that is released, what was it? H1Z1 was the first battle royale, wasn't it?
I believe. Yeah, H1Z1, and then PUBG. Basically,
yeah,
they took everything that was good about H1Z1 and then just turned it into PUBG.
Yeah, and then the newest one is what? Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
It's basically PUBG, but with cooler stuff, I guess.
Everybody that's played it has all said that, Apex is pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
It does.
It looks good. For a Battle Royale game, it's a question of how long will it stay around, like most Battle Royale games? Because they all seem to die out after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for Apex, though, I mean, EA would be in a bad way because Anthem flopped hard.
Well, EA sucks.
Well, yeah, EA... EA... I kind of have
okay, they don't.
Well, I have a love-hate...
They don't suck completely.
Yeah, not completely. I have a love-hate relationship with EA at this point because when I started playing video games, I had a PlayStation 1. That's what I started off with. And
that's yeah.
I had Medal of Honor 1.
Oh, so good.
And it was fantastic. So and then I proceeded to basically get every single Medal of Honor there was.
Yeah.
And then that's when the EA meat grinder basically started, where they're just like, oh, okay, well, people are buying Medal of Honor, so here we go. We'll take this location, put it in the meat grinder, and then slap Medal of Honor on it. And it's like...
Let's not forget, I do have to give EA Games one little bit of credit. Like, they've done some good things. Like, they really have. God, because EA Games, they are the ones that did the first Sims, weren't they? Wasn't that EA Games back then?
Yeah, no, that was that was EA. Maxis produced it, or no, wait, Maxis created it. EA published it.
Okay, I was gonna say I remember the Electronic Arts being somewhere in like the whole Sims thing. I thought it was. They did bring us that was like game changing.
Well,
all you had was like Sim City or something.
The interesting part of the original Medal of Honor was didn't DreamWorks have something to do with that yet too? I'm almost positive that DreamWorks. I'm almost positive that DreamWorks was part of that. And yeah, I mean,
yeah, they were.
You don't see that nowadays.
No, you don't.
So
the first Medal of Honor I had, I think it was Pacific Theater.
Oh,
because I mean, obviously, yeah, that was Pearl Harbor was like that was my birthday, the 50th anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
You're talking about Rising Sun?
Was it Rising? No. Was it Rising Sun?
I'm pretty sure it was Rising Sun.
I thought it was Pacific Assault that was Pearl Harbor for the Medal of Honor.
Oh no, Rising Sun had Pearl Harbor in it. That was its
Really?
opening. Well, they always come out the first level of the game is a big huge battle. Like Medal of Honor Frontline. The big
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
with
yeah.
that was D-Day,
Yeah.
and
Oh my
so
god. I totally forgot about like the best game by
oh,
EA Games, like for me as a child.
okay.
Battlefield Vietnam.
Oh, and everybody talks about
Battlefield
that. You know what the sad
Vietnam.
part about it is? I've never
What?
actually played it.
Holy what?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Surprise, surprise.
That's that should be like against the law.
I
'Cause
know. I need to.
that I
There
mean,
goes all my credibility. All my credibility's
uh,
out the window right there.
oh god, god. I don't even know if I want to be on this anymore. I'm gonna have to leave.
We can't even
Yeah.
be friends anymore.
No, friendship over. That's it. We're done. Oh,
Oh, oh.
I'm so offended right now. I am so triggered.
Hey! I did play one of those. I'm pretty sure it was a Battlefield, like Battlefield 1940. Oh,
19 was it 1940? Was it 1942?
They had arcade games. They had arcade games where you were in a you put on it was like shit to your VR headset, but you were inside a it was like a beachhead kind of cannon, and your job was to basically shoot people as they were running up the beach. So I have played a version of that.
Okay. Okay. So you've played a okay.
I've played an early version of VR Battlefield. So
So okay, going back to what you're saying, I think I'm gonna have to retract my EA doesn't suck. Or at least they didn't used to. They do now, but they didn't used to. Used
Yeah.
to they did like really great stuff.
well, and
Like,
they're
their
sports
games were good.
games. I was never a sports game kind of guy, but
God.
even still, they're sports games. I mean, my dad loves sports games because he knew he
Yeah.
could kick my ass at him. I mean, there was no ifs,
Of
ands, or
course.
buts. He knew he could lay
That's
me
Dad's
out.
job.
Exactly.
That's Dad's job.
So he loved them. But now, even still, all the EA sports games are. I mean, that's
They
basically the
rebranded.
same meat grinder.
Yeah. They, are.
It's
They really are.
oh, it's
All
terrible.
that changes the player name, like the current rosters. That's all they change on them now. It seems.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like car games too, though. I mean, in a way,
Yeah. it is.
like Gran Turismo, basically the same thing.
Yeah, I remember when Gran Turismo, like the first one came out, and oh, it was like life changing, just because
Mhm.
it was nothing else. I mean, you had Need for Speed and stuff, but I mean that was like legit simulator style game.
Oh yeah. Well, what was the hairpin turn map? Laguna Seca.
Oh,
I had
God,
Gran
yeah.
Turismo 5, and I was trying to do time trials on Laguna Seca, and I just wanted to put my controller through my TV. It, rage-inducing. But
Forza Laguna Seca. When you get like a ton of people playing it, that was that hairpin turn.
I can only
that was-
imagine. I can only imagine the
Yeah.
dude putting
Oh,
people
yeah,
into the
just-
wall.
Oh no, that wasn't even like putting people into wall. That was just like full bore down the back stretch, and you're just like
Oh.
obliterated. Like you went to heaven. Like you,
Ooh.
not just you, your whole car. Like you get
Ooh.
physics were not there. You just flew. Like you're just gone. Just completely gone.
I mean, I never really did get into the car racing thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I enjoy the games, but I never got into it because it just seemed too repetitive for me. I mean, granted, a shooter is just as repetitive.
Just as repetitive. Yeah.
I got into Need for Speed.
Oh, Need for Speed was awesome though. Like all
Yeah.
of them.
Well, I mean, the reason why I
Pursuit,
got into that was because
Underground.
yes, the reason why I got into that was because there was so much customization. Like I could make my car look
yeah.
exactly how I wanted to, which usually ended up looking like a burning bag of dog shit in the end. But I mean,
None of us are proud of what our cars look like in Need for Speed. Not now. We were the people we hate now.
yes, exactly.
That's just the way it works.
But
Yeah.
I just after I got through the phase of Need for Speed, then Racing games kind of died for me. I mean, new VR technology has kind of brought it back for me a little bit.
Yeah, that's changed the game a lot.
Yes.
It really has. You no longer need like 3-4 monitors or whatever to be competitive in racing.
Exactly.
All you need is a really good steering wheel and a VR headset, and
exactly. Or
the immersion.
Not
The
not
immersion's
yeah,
there.
I was gonna say not even just to be really good, but just to have the immersion.
Yeah, yes, it's great.
Yes. I mean, VR still has a long way to go.
Oh, it definitely does. Just I'm looking forward to the day that we can have like, God, could you imagine 4K VR?
Oh,
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
my brain will liquefy and run out of my ears. It will be.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Oh yes. But
But anyway,
yeah,
back to EA Games. I can't
not to get
forgive them for
sidetracked.
Battlefront. I can't forgive them. For
Oh
Battlefront.
man,
can
did they
never.
I'm gonna drop the hard one here. They fucked us over. Hardcore. I
They
mean,
did.
I
And as if the first one wasn't fucking us hard enough.
Oh.
Hey, guess what? Have a
Battlefront 2. Here it is.
Right, yeah, that,
Speaking of
I've never been more angry.
Speaking of burning bags of dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man. It was
oh.
it was atrocious, and I loved Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, the original.
Oh, on PS2.
Yes. Oh, I
so
wasted
good.
so much of my life just playing
yeah,
that.
so good.
Oh,
See, that's when they originally came out. It was like, hey, we're gonna Battlefront. Everyone was just like, oh my god, my childhood. I'm
yes.
so excited for this.
I
And what do we get?
a burning bag of dog shit is what we got.
Yes,
But-
we did.
I remember my wife loves Star Wars almost as much as I do, which thank God about that. But I remember I was in Walmart. You can hate me if you want to. I think that was probably the last time I was at Walmart. I only had one PlayStation controller. And so I told the wife, I was like, I'm gonna buy this game, I'm gonna buy another controller, and we're just gonna waste the entire day playing Battlefront. And she was excited, I was excited. Got home, got the other controller set up, put the game in, and I was like, where is the multiplayer in this? I mean,
Yeah.
they had
But
they had like
make sure you saw the microtransactions, right?
oh
Did,
yeah.
Did you see those?
Oh yeah, I saw those. They had
You can't skip
five.
those.
They had 5 levels dedicated to
remember.
split screen multiplayer. You've got to be kidding me. Old Battlefront, you could play the entire game split screen. And
Yeah, it was like co-op. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
and then they had the Galactic Conquest mode. Like even if you didn't want to be on the same team, it was like Star Wars version of chess.
Oh,
I mean,
that
it was
great.
awesome. And then they came. I mean, when they announced it, I seriously lost my mind because nostalgia took over.
Grant, I pre-ordered it.
So did
I pre-ordered that bag of shit.
Oh no, I can't say no, because I picked it up in Walmart. I thought about pre-ordering it. That was one of the few games that I've actually put forethought into pre-ordering it. I guess
Yeah, I did.
in the end, I'm happy I didn't.
I pre-ordered it. I owned it, I think, for like a week, and I traded it in at GameStop and lost so much money on it.
Oh, well, that
I didn't care.
right there is your issue. What you needed to do was go into the GameStop and knock over all the display cases.
Be like, yes, I need to return this. Is it broken? No, it's just shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's horrible.
It can be broken if you're going to take it back. I'll snap the disc in half in front of you.
God, there was never more of a time I wish I would have gotten the insurance.
Oh, man. You know what's interesting? I got a PS4 Pro, right? I upgraded my PS4 to a PS4 Pro. Do you know what my PS4 Pro came with? Battlefront 2. I have both of them. The sad part about this is the price difference between the PlayStation 4 Pro
I hope
with
it was cheaper
Battlefront.
since it came with that.
With Battlefront was cheaper than buying just the regular PlayStation 4 Pro.
Somewhere, some guy was sitting there like, how can we get rid of all these copies of this horrible game? Oh, I know, just give it to people for less money.
Well,
That's
wasn't
the
it?
only way.
Was it Anthem or was it Call of Duty? No, not Call of Duty. Battlefield 5. That mess that we won't get into on this podcast because we're better than that. We're not. We're not really.
No,
But,
we're not better than that.
But I think
We don't
actually,
have time for that tangent in the first episode.
yeah, that
We don't have time.
you may waste an entire day of your life listening to us rant about that game. But anyway, I'm pretty certain that it was Battlefield 5, if memory serves me correctly, that they were selling Battlefield 5 PlayStation bundles, so the Battlefield came in the box. And then they were selling yet another copy. Another copy of Battlefield on the outside of the box. They were selling you 2 physical discs of Battlefield.
We can't not
Ugh.
talk about the one game that has left everyone very angry, though, and very disappointed. Bethesda.
Oh,
76.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I've never been so happy I didn't pre-order a game.
No, man.
Like, I can compare that somewhat to the Star Wars disappointment, to be honest. Like, I see what they were going for.
Honestly, I don't know if I can compare it. I think it might actually be, in this case, it might actually be worse.
See,
They took a franchise that I loved. One of the first games that I actually pre-ordered was Fallout 3. And the
Yeah.
reason why I pre-ordered that is because the first Bethesda game that I had ever owned was Oblivion. And Oblivion was...
Good game.
I mean,
Amazing.
I walked into GameStop. Again, hate me if you want to. But I walked in...
I use GameStop.
Yeah.
I bought my PlayStation from GameStop, so I mean... I can't hate where I would hate myself. I mean,
There's somebody out there that somebody out there is gonna hate us for going into GameStop. There's somebody out there that's gonna hate us for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I pre-ordered from GameStop Fallout 3. But anyway, I walked into GameStop originally, and I was like, I'm looking for a video game that has so much content that I only need to buy one game for the rest of the year. And the guy picked up Oblivion, handed it to me, and he's like, "This is the one you want, then." And I played it, and he was right. I played that game to death. And so, as soon as I learned that the producers of Oblivion were coming out with Fallout, I watched a video of it, and I was like, "Wow, this looks impressive." So I pre-ordered that right away, and it was amazing. I mean, I loved it.
I mean, the Fallout games were just, again, video games to me are just like all about immersion. Like, you could really.
Well,
at
and then
least
New
back
Vegas. And then New Vegas
Oh,
came out.
yeah.
That was the next Fallout
good.
game to come out, and that was even more immersive.
Oh yeah, was.
You could
man.
RP the shit out of that game.
Oh, you could. That was the great thing about the Fallout series. It just, I mean, it's just so good. Like, you couldn't go. I love games like that though, where your choices directly
They impact
they affect your
everything.
game.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, this choice could lead to this story path or this story. Like, it just,
And then
you never run out of options.
and then they came
Like,
out. Then they came out with Fallout 4, which a lot of
Yeah.
people that enjoyed Fallout New Vegas hated Fallout 4.
Which
And
I never understood.
well,
I
I mean,
really
I can
didn't,
see
to be
why.
honest.
There was they took most of the role-playing elements and just canned them.
Yeah, they did dumb them down, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, they went for a
Yeah,
more
I didn't
simplified
think about that.
approach. But
Well, I guess they tried to bring in a younger audience, so to
Yep.
speak.
yeah, And you know, I can't fault a video game for a video game company for wanting to do that.
I mean, no, it's business. I mean, it's the same
Exactly.
reason companies now are pumping out battle royales. That's all the rage. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good business. It just is not
Not fun.
good for the. It's not good for the video game world.
Exactly. I mean, you oversaturate. I mean, I can get into economics. I shouldn't, but here's a quick trip down the economic rabbit hole. If you oversaturate the market, eventually people will stop buying them because they already have them.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
yeah.
100%.
But
and I guess I'm wondering if that's why Rockstar is still pumping stuff out for Grand Theft Auto 5, because they know if they make another Grand Theft Auto, it's probably going to be the exact same thing. Like
Oh,
that. It's
we
been
can
done so much.
let's come back to that. I want to put this Fallout 76 thing to bed because
Can we bury it?
I-
Can we just bury it?
I think that's what we need to do. I've seen so many videos on just people bitching about Fallout 76. So we're gonna bitch about it just for a little bit, and then we're gonna put it to bed. We're gonna put it in its grave, and we're gonna leave it there. So basically, they took Fallout 4, reskinned it, gutted most of the fun things. Well, not most of them. Pretty much close to all of the fun things out of it. And then said, oh, yeah, it's going to be multiplayer. I stayed up to watch that announcement. And as soon as he said it was going to be multiplayer, I shut my computer off and went to bed. It was just like, fuck this, I'm out.
The problem is it's a good concept, but I don't think the Fallout series should have went down that like multiplayer route. They should have kept Fallout single player.
Yes.
Like you could create another game that was not Fallout that did that. It probably would have done great because
Yes.
everyone wants some multiplayer survival style game. Well, okay, not everyone. Some people. I'm one of those people.
And I'm one of
Um,
those people, too.
Yeah. Like, but here's the problem with is we played DayZ. We played
Yes.
a lot. We played a lot of survival games. Griefing
Ugh.
is the killer of
Mhm.
survival games. Like,
Well, like Rust. Like, Rust
Oh,
was a
God.
great concept. You could build a base if you really wanted to, but
when you
why?
have a 12-year-old screaming all the way around your base for an hour.
Well,
I can't do it.
that and some overpowered dude is going to show up and blow up everything that you just spent 9 hours of your life constructing. So what's the point?
You know what the best survival game was? Minecraft.
The original survival game.
The original survival game, where it's not just other players you have to worry about. You can dig yourself down into a hole. Oh no. They'll find you.
Yes.
They will find you, and they will literally plant landmines around you or something. So when you come back into your game thinking, "Oh my God, here's all my stuff," you step once, and the whole world just implodes.
Yes.
Like it's
Or
I played
or,
a
or
lot
you
of
do an
Minecraft,
underground. You think you're going to be smart. You do an underground base, and then somebody stacks a whole bunch of sand cubes over the top of your underground base, and you just, one little pickaxe move away from covering your entire base with sand. It's like
that
thanks.
player went on to become a serial killer. I would like everyone to know that.
Yeah, he murdered
Just that-
cats when he was younger.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Like that is really that's well done. I'm not gonna lie, but oh my God, that is just pure evil.
So we used Minecraft to kill Fallout 76. I'm not sure how we did it, but we did it. It's
Yes.
dead now.
Minecraft better than Fallout 76 in discussion.
Confirmed.
closed.
Confirmed.
Case closed.
Illuminati confirmed.
The music was better.
Yep.
Who didn't love Minecraft music?
I mean, and
Oh, so
the
good, so
creators of
relaxing.
Minecraft didn't reskin it
No, they
to
didn't.
make it.
I mean, it was all blocks.
Yep, all
That-
blocks.
The game was so simple.
You know
but-
you know what Bethesda really should have done though?
What?
Fallout Minecraft.
Probably would have worked.
It would have worked better than
It would've been
76.
better.
It would have
It
been
would've
it would have been better. Oh man.
Ah, God, that game. Ah,
Anyway, it's dead now.
it is.
So now we're
Can we talk
moving
about-
on.
Can we talk about games that like we wish people made? Because that seems like where we're like the way this is going. Of we're comparing all these games. How do you wish a game was made? Like, what's a
Yes.
game that you would want?
Well, you and I talked about this a couple days ago,
We've
and
talked about this many times.
well, yeah,
There's been a
for
lot.
for far too long.
Oh god, yes.
But I guess a game that I'd like to actually see made is and there could be indie games or indie devs out there that they could have made this game already, but what I want to see is like oh like a Thomas Crown Affair type thief game that you have kind of a trophy case like your mansion or whatever is a place that you display things that you have stolen. Well, give it the mechanics of Hitman that allow you to approach a heist in 1,000 different ways, and then make it open world, because most of the, I guess, really good games, or I guess even subpar games anymore, are open world. But
It's just something that I think every single game, anyone who's playing a game now wants it to be. You don't want to be just confound. Is that the right word for that? Confound to one little space.
confined is the right word for that. Confined.
Confined. I are smart. I am in college.
Video games have melted our brains.
I
Anyway,
graduated in 6th grade.
it only took 7
Only
years.
Took me 3 years. Yeah.
Oh wow, you got out faster than I did.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, I'm smart, man.
Yeah, but no, I don't want to be. I don't want to be on a railroad type. I don't want it to be a railroad type game, and I don't want it to be. I don't want it to confine me to a little space. But give it the mechanics of Hitman, and then allow you to be whatever kind of thief you really wanted to be. If you wanted it to be a smash and grab, if you wanted to be a true white collar criminal, never pick up a gun, or if you want to be brutal about it and fight off security guards to basically walk out with a painting or with a whatever, you could do that. And then you bring it back to your mansion or your hideout, whatever you truly wanted it to be, and then that's a game that I'd like to see, because I can't think of any games that are like that. And
I can't really either.
I enjoyed Hitman. I enjoyed the
Well, Hitman series has always been really good. Really, really good.
and choices matter. If you want to be
They do.
stealthy, you can be stealthy. If you want to go and have a Rambo approach, you can do that.
Well, it's just not even about like a game that's a good example of like choices, like Detroit Become Human. That game, like that style choices,
all
like,
choice.
text choices. Yeah, it's all choice, but a little more of a freestyle game where it's not like press X or press A to do this way. It's more of however you execute it. Like if you just walk in, obviously you're not going for stealth, or if you break a window and the alarm's going off, definitely not stealth.
Yes.
That style game could that could have a lot of options. Even in multiplayer, having 4 or 5 people with you.
Oh,
one
yes.
for each.
And
Yeah,
then
that could go somewhere.
well, Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto style of heists where everybody was assigned a role. Well, instead of assigning somebody a role, have people that you make it a little bit more organic, where you're talking. You actually have to go and case a joint. Where, well, even go back before that, you have to find things to steal.
Yeah.
And then case the place, and then figure out where the weaknesses are, figure out how to do it, and then assign roles more organically that way. Just say, all right, Freddy over here, he's going to cut the power, and then we're going to go in and grab it,
Yeah, like we're gonna be in here for 80 seconds.
Yes.
No more, no less.
Yes.
80 seconds in out.
Yes.
That I will say, like, comparing that to the Grand Theft Auto heist is a good example, just because those heists really did pretty well. I mean, to be completely honest, they were pretty
Oh,
well.
yeah, and they were fun to play,
yeah.
except
They
they
were.
were fun to play maybe 1, 2, 3 times, and then after that you were just like, wow, I've seen everything there is to
repetitive,
see.
yeah.
Yep.
Also, the griefing during any, because you're in a room with that many people.
Yeah.
That'd be the one downside of multiplayer. Like, how do you? Well, I guess if this game, or like a Thief style game, which there is a game called Thief. But,
Except it wasn't
not
what I
quite-
expected it to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, it's not quite to this level of what you're thinking.
Yes.
But that style of game, I guess you really wouldn't have. I mean, it would be cool if you could like have, a group of players that would be like, police or something, to add an extra little bit of difficulty to the game or just another element.
Yes.
And just because AI police never,
Ugh,
they never go well. Like
No.
in any game, it never works out.
no.
But that would be a really fun game.
Yeah.
That really would. That'd be something that providing the map is large enough and there's enough options that it does become repetitive, that'd be really fun.
Well, I also had another thought yet too. I went to go see the movie Atomic Blonde in theaters, and I don't have you seen that?
I have not.
Okay, yeah, I mean
I have not seen that.
it's a great movie, but basically
Who's in it?
Charlize Theron and
Okay. Gotcha.
a couple other big names that my stupid brain
Oh.
isn't coming up with at the moment, but
So it's kind of like a spy movie. I'm thinking.
yes,
I'm guessing.
yes,
Okay.
it is a
I feel like I have seen a like advertisement for it.
it's
or it is-
Cold War era Berlin.
Oh,
And-
that'd be awesome.
I got about halfway through the movie, and then my brain was just like, you know what? This needs to be a video game. Because
Okay.
have Cold War era Berlin spycraft where you could choose to either be a Russian operative, or I guess a British operative or an American operative, and you could choose to be a double agent, triple agent, and then you had to find ways to get across, to the other side of the wall, and then back again, and where notoriety would be a thing, you'd have to come up with disguises to blend in, and think,
So it's
basically,
kind of use the same system as like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you're either known or you're not known. You kind of neutral, or
Yeah.
you're not the great guy, the guy who's going to save everyone. Yeah.
exactly. And I thought that would just be an impressive take to, I guess, a new video game. I mean, there was a game a while back called Sabotage, and
Oh, I remember that game.
I actually never played it. I watched a whole bunch of videos on it.
Yeah, I
It,
played that.
it dabbled in what I am thinking about, but it just really didn't do it justice.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good game,
Yeah.
to be honest. It was.
The one thing that I saw fault with was the fact that it was a beautiful game, but you spent most of the game in black and white.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
that's the one reason why I actually didn't buy it.
Was that game called Sabotage though? I don't think it was called Sabotage. I don't. Fuck.
Or the Saboteur.
Saboteur. That was it. I was gonna say. I'm sitting here like, that's not what that game was called. It wasn't.
Stupid brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That was. I mean, that was a good game for what it was, to be honest.
yeah. But
I mean, compared to like the idea you're talking about, it's not.
yes.
Yeah. That would be the game you're talking about would definitely be like a. That would have to be taken on by like Rockstar or one of the larger.
It would
game
have to be.
companies.
I mean, it would have to be a AAA game
Would have to
company.
be.
But then again, now we're in the same cesspool of
Yeah.
basically
What are they gonna
rebranding. No one wants to. No one wants to take a chance anymore. Everything is basically a rebranded version of something that has already been created.
Yeah, basically they have found something that works, and they're just going to keep doing it until it doesn't.
Hmm.
But
The video game industry is doing what the movie industry has been doing for years.
I don't even want to start thinking about the movie industry.
I mean, it's
Uh.
basically the same concept rebranded and shoved down your throat over and over
Oh,
and over
100%.
again. And here we are doing this now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No matter what you what subject you get on, it's always going to come back to it's they're just rebranding and just pushing it out again. Like it doesn't matter. Like, oh,
Yes.
the first movie was good. You know what it needs? A sequel.
Yes.
Oh my God, that sequel did well. You know what that needs? A sequel to the sequel.
Or the
Oh,
romantic
wow.
comedy. Or the romantic comedy.
yeah.
You know, how many ways have you seen a romantic comedy? I mean, I think they've
Always the same time.
Oh yeah.
Always the same. Always the same storyline.
Oh. Yes.
Girl meets boy. Boy doesn't want anything to do with her. Suddenly, boy wants something to do with her. They fall in love. They get married. Happily ever after. The end.
Yep.
That's it. That's the
Yep.
whole movie.
Yep.
In fact, if you ever watch the Hallmark Channel,
Oh,
God
it's
help me, sorry
oh
for
man.
that.
Oh.
If you're a guy and you know the only reason you have. But
Yep.
the Hallmark Channel, every movie, you can. It doesn't matter. First 5 minutes, you know how it's going to end.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. All you need to know is what the main character is and who's the first guy she sees. Boom. That's it. You're done.
And if it's on
That's
and,
all.
and if it's on the Hallmark Channel, Tom Selleck needs to be in it somewhere.
Ah, that glorious mustache. You can't have a Hallmark movie without that mustache.
That is true. I mean,
Like,
he at least has to be in it
since the
for
80s.
for a minute. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, has to.
That
What you mean? What's this whole show? Blue Bloods?
yes.
That's
That's an
good.
okay show.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's a good show.
That's an okay
Like
show.
Magnum PI. I watched that.
Yep.
Like, you can't not. I mean, it's classic.
Yep.
Come for the Ferrari, or it wasn't. Come for the Ferrari, stay for the mustache. Like, that's the only reason.
I wish I could grow a mustache like that. I mean, I can't, but I wish.
I can, but I don't want to. I can't.
You don't
want
want to. You don't want to give.
I
You
don't
don't want to give off that 80s
I
porn
don't
star
wanna be-
vibe.
No. If I ever get married, oh sure, I'm gonna do that. Like 100% shaving everything but the mustache. Fuck it. I have nothing else to prove.
Oh
But right
man.
now, no, I can't. I can't give up. You can't. Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
But anyway, those two games are what I'd love to see made. And I mean, I got a couple other ideas rolling around in my noggin, but as of right now, those are probably the two big ones. I mean,
And they are big ones. They would be fun though. I'm not gonna lie. I would play both of those, just
yeah.
because it brings in a different. It brings in something you haven't seen.
So-
no one's really doing that.
even still, even games that I have seen, even like shooters, you know, we're okay. We're gonna go there. Battlefield 5. I'm going there.
Go on.
But we're just gonna touch on it just a little bit. Really,
Just-
their biggest
just a little?
issue, yeah, just a little bit. The biggest issue with that was because they tried to make it historical. You know, they tried to add historical elements to their game, and then, I mean, then they decided to shove an agenda down your throat. But
Yeah.
if they would have just said, "All right, here is a alternate history World War II game," even if they would have just said that, you know, Wolfenstein did a really good job. I mean,
Oh, so good.
yes,
Yeah. That was a good game.
yes. I mean, Wolfenstein 2 kind of let me down a little bit, but Wolfenstein 1,
Oh yeah.
amazing, amazing. And so if they would have gone that route with Battlefield 5, not necessarily laser guns or anything like that, but just like,
Yeah.
here's an alternate history where women with prosthetic arms were on the front line of World War II, then that game probably would have been amazing, or at least that it would have given them a reason to do it. It would have given them a reason to sell copies yet too.
Yeah. See, it just if you're going to do a game on World War II, you have to. Oh, for a historic war game, you can't change the
You
facts.
can't, yeah, you can't change history if you're
can't
going
do
to
that.
go for historical
I mean, you can't.
accuracy. You
I
can't.
mean, you remember the game was it Hell's Highway? Is that what the game was called? Was it Medal of Honor Hell's Highway? I'm trying to remember.
This is a Medal of Honor game that I haven't played because I pulled the ripcord on it when I played one too many.
It was Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway.
Okay.
I remember that. That it was Brothers in Arms. No, Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. That was trying to remember who made. I think it was. I don't remember. I can't remember the developer, but that game it wasn't 100% accurate, obviously, but it didn't hold anything back in like how war was in like
Mm-hmm.
that time. Like it threw it all at you. And I'm trying to
Which
think. That,
you don't get a whole lot of
I'm
World
not
War
against
II
it.
shooters that do that anymore. I mean,
No, you don't.
Call of Duty World War II was decent. The campaign was okay.
Yeah, it
As
was short. I remember it was
it
so
was
short.
apocalyptically short, but
Yeah,
they tried.
they did.
They
I do remember
tried.
like I remember the opening scene of that when it's like you were watching all the ships sink in Pearl Harbor and stuff, and then like in my mind I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get so much time in this game. And I remember that, and then God, I want to say it was like that same day, that night, I was done, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
How? How? I mean, granted, on the first run through on some games, I would, at the time, I kind of would speed through them a little bit, but still, I was like, that wasn't that great. There wasn't like this in like real in depth story.
Yes.
I don't know.
So now that
Yeah.
we've gone down the battlefield rabbit
All
hole.
war games are the same now.
Yes,
They're
all
they're
the same.
they're focused towards multiplayer. That's what
Mhm.
it is. I mean, the single player storyline campaign, whatever you want to call it, is it's gonna be short.
Yeah,
I mean,
which that's sad
it is.
because
Single player games are dying.
if I was to go through all the games that I truly enjoy, they're all single player games. Horizon
yeah.
Zero Dawn was amazing single player
Oh, yeah.
game. The
I
Witcher
still need to play
3,
that.
The Witcher 3, which is my favorite game,
That
single,
is an amazing game.
single player game.
And oh my god, the amount of hours you can put into that.
Oh,
I mean,
too many.
I want to say more. I want to say you could put more in that game than Skyrim somehow.
Yeah?
In Skyrim, I have never beat Skyrim to this day.
And
It's I would always get sidetracked every time.
I've beat it one too many times. I don't
It's-
want to tell you how many hours Steam says
Oh.
I have in that game because it's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
It was always one of those things of, okay, main quest. Oh look, another quest.
Yes.
It's like-
Ooh, look, another piece of candy. Piece of candy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, I'm gonna go to this college in Skyrim. Why? Because I have no idea, but I'm going.
Yep.
I'm doing this.
Yep.
This is my life now.
Yep. And
Yeah,
but then Red Dead Redemption 2.
amazing story.
Story mode?
Oh,
Amazing.
God, I love it.
Amazing.
I love it so much.
Multiplayer?
Grand Theft Auto remapped.
Yep. And they're like, oh, hey, by the way, you can buy gold.
Oh, good. Yeah, great. Yeah, I
It's
saw
been
that.
in beta for like, I don't know, 6 months. Probably not. But
Jesus Christ.
forever. But it's just
Yeah.
micro transactions in a beta. What
I
kind of
remember the
shady
days-
tactics are those?
Yeah. I
Come
remember
on,
the days when
Rockstar.
if you wanted stuff in game, you grinded. You had to grind
Mm-hmm.
so much.
Mhm.
Now, hey mom, can I have your credit card? Done.
To a
don't-
certain extent, again, this is another topic where you can hate me if you want to, but to a certain extent, I can deal with microtransactions. I always want to call them micro contractions because they're they're painful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, they're painful for someone.
yeah, they're
Not to the
painful.
game company.
Yeah, they're painful for the consumer. But
Yeah.
to a certain extent, I can deal with it. Because if it is something that I don't want to spend 4 hours on and it's going to cost me $1 to buy it, then
I mean, yeah, I can respect that. I can
then
respect
I guess
I just think in like the platform, using Grand Theft Auto 5 as an example,
yes.
you shouldn't be able to buy. Like, you shouldn't be able to like spend, drop 100 in real
Ugh.
life dollars
Yes.
to buy in-game stuff.
Yes. Like the yacht. $8
God.
million for the yacht
Yeah.
was 100 IRL dollars. So you're gonna
Yeah.
buy a yacht that's worthless in a video game for $100?
Yep. And here's the thing with that game, or Grand Theft Auto 5 online, is everything is so overpriced.
Yes.
Like if you go in single player mode,
Isn't there an $8 million
It's the same-
car?
oh yeah, the same car you were looking at, this like 5 million online is like 100,000 or something. Like,
Yep. Well, they did
make it where
it-
you have to use shark cards.
They did the same thing in Red Dead Online too.
I haven't looked that much in Red Dead 2 online,
It's
just because I was like, I knew it was going to be the same as Grand Theft Auto.
it's not quite as bad. It's not quite as prevalent because you can't make a horse $8 million back in the 1800s because
Yeah.
$8 million would be like $8 billion today. You just can't.
Oh, it'd be more than that.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah,
way
you
more than that. Holy crap.
You cannot do that.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
instead, they make a gun $500, and that's pretty darn close to $1 million. So it's like,
I was
come
I
on.
was gonna say, yeah, I remember like when online first released, people already found like I guess a glitch or a bug, whatever you want to call it, and literally everyone just started grinding fishing,
Mm-hmm.
just grinding and grinding and grinding, and having that style of just grinding, it ruined it. It became Grand Theft Auto Online when I was playing at that time of, okay, I did something, I'm literally writing back, oh hey look, I'm dead.
Yep.
Okay, great. It is literally Grand Theft Auto Online all over.
Yep.
Griefing is what is just I want
It
to say
kills-
it's going to kill
it-
multiplayer games
Oh yeah. Well,
because it's not fun.
it kills the experience for me, and
Yeah.
I mean, part of that is like some of these kids, they're bullied in real life. So they get home,
they
they
bully
get on,
the game.
they get on their video game where they're level 400,000, and they're like, all right, well, now I'm just gonna go shit on everybody else's day. It's like,
Yeah.
Really?
They're safe. They're the bigger man there.
yep,
They're the bigger man. Which I mean, I have nothing against that. I mean, griefing does make a part of the gameplay. What it is.
but when
'Cause there's
every
gonna-
single
there's gonna be
player,
griefing.
when every
Exactly.
single player you come up to kills you, that's
That's what-
that's a little bit too much.
in every multiplayer game where it's an option, everyone always wants to be the bad guy.
Yep.
They always want to be the winner. They always want to be the bad guy. They always want to be the strongest. There's never anyone that just wants to be there and just
Enjoy
play-
the experience.
yeah, like you can't do that.
No.
It's always it's always a pissing contest.
Yes.
It has to be. That's
Well,
all.
then-
That's all it can be.
They made it harder for people to kill you while you're fishing now.
Oh, thank God. That's exactly what is going to solve the problem.
Oh
Not-
yeah.
Not being killed as easily while fishing.
Well, to
Really?
take this
Actually,
more in
right there.
depth,
Right there.
take this more in depth, they did announce a new system that's coming out at the end of spring, I guess. But the system is offense and defensive players. You can choose to be a defensive player where you cannot be one-shot killed anymore.
Okay.
And if you get shot at and you return fire, you don't get a bounty. And then
See that's good because I feel like I haven't played it much, but I feel like right now, no matter what you do, you're gonna have a bounty because you're
Yes.
gonna have to shoot back.
and
Is
you
it
do.
that way?
Yes, it is
Oh.
that way. And it's very disappointing because now anytime you go to town to sell anything, somebody's going to shoot at you and you're going to shoot back so that way you don't die.
Hey,
And
Rockstar, you didn't think that one through, did you, there, boss?
yeah.
That's a major flaw.
Yeah.
Should have discovered that in testing. Yeah, that's a major flaw.
Oops.
Yeah.
So
You think they would learn on Grand Theft Auto 5? Oh, hey, I'm doing this. Someone's shooting at me. I killed them. Oh, look, I'm wanted now.
yeah. Oh look,
Great.
I have 5 stars.
Yeah.
Now I
I
have
have
to try
5
and complete
stars.
this mission with 5 stars. Great.
Yeah. I have 5 stars and a van full of cocaine. What
Yeah.
could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's God. Jesus Christ.
So I guess
I'm not mad. I'm just
Yeah, no.
disappointed.
I'm done being mad. I was mad for a while. Now,
Yeah,
now,
I'm just disappointed.
yep. Now, I've gone through all 5 stages of grief. Disappointment is now the last stage.
Well, that's not the last stage. The next stage is acceptance, and then we just play the games anyway.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's
I
the
feel
last
I
stage.
feel like I'm a parent disappointed at my child. Just like, damn it, Jimmy! I don't understand why you decided to send a baseball through your neighbor's window. Go into your neighbor's house, pick up the ball, come back out, and send it through another window.
Oh my god.
And then, and then you just be like, Jimmy, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Oh.
God damn it, buddy. Boy ain't right.
So I guess you've heard about the games that I want to see made. Do you have anything on your wish list?
Oh, see, I'm the weird duck. I don't.
Well, this is gonna be good then.
Yeah, I don't like games that I guess most people do. I guess I'm weird. I like either straight simulator games, where, I mean, you played the DayZ mod.
Yep.
I'm gonna use that as my first example, where it was all about it, your survival was literally, you had to work with other players.
Yep.
There was some griefing, but times when you could get in with another group, or you ran across a group. Oh my god, the gameplay that came from that was just life changing. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was great.
So well,
I like survival.
some of our early streams, I guess you could call them, were
Straight DayZ.
Oh, they were amazing.
Oh, it was great. And I like survival games. So we play the forest a lot.
Oh yeah.
We have played. Well, you've played way more than me. But yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Insomnia is real.
Yeah, insomnia is real. I leave for one night, and now we have a fucking town. We have a town. There's a town, and the forest is gone.
Whoops.
Grant single-handedly killed the entire island.
Yeah,
There's no more forest.
I'm single-handedly restarting the Industrial Revolution.
You did what America did in like 20 years.
Overnight.
You did it in like one night.
Whoops.
I'm surprised the game didn't crash, to be completely.
Well, I did.
Jesus.
I did crash my single-player playthrough of that.
I'm not surprised.
I had it so I could go from the bottom of the map to the top of the map on bridges through trees.
How long? Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't even like grasp how long that took.
A long time. A long time.
Yeah.
I would show you how many hours of that I have on Steam, but since I feel a little better because since I built this new computer, my hours on that game have reset, so it's not quite so bad.
Yes. Wow. Because I know how long it took us just to build a wall in that game.
Just out of stones.
Just out of stones. Just out of stones. Things that you can run around and collect. Things that were spawning right around us.
Yeah, spawning
I know
underneath
how
your
long
feet.
that took. Yeah. I know how long that took.
Yeah.
I know how long it took to chop down trees to build one cabin. You built literally a warehouse-sized cabin.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, you did.
But it was a
it
great. It was a great game, though. It was Mountain Man Simulator.
It is still a great game. That's the thing. A game that would combine like DayZ and the forest would be, well, I've just described Rust, but not bad.
So that's what
okay.
you're after is
That's
Rust,
what-
but not shit.
Yes, Rust, without the screaming.
Oh,
Which you'll never be able to have in a multiplayer survival game. It's just not it's not possible.
no.
It's never going to happen.
What you need to do is open a game company where you have to have people come into your headquarters, prove that they are either A, not a dick, or B, not a 5-year-old kid, and then be like, all right, here's your game.
I have created a multi-million-dollar company solely to build games for 6 people. The rest of y'all, fuck off. This is mine. You can't be in it. This is my game. You'll never get to play it. That would probably sell really well because people always want what they can't have.
Exactly right.
It did probably do well.
You'll be selling them for $1 million a copy.
I'm dropping out of college tomorrow. Jesus. This is mighty plan.
The new Steve Jobs right here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm already balding. I'm on my way, buddy. I'm on my way.
Now you just need yourself a nice turtleneck.
Nah, I'm not much for turtlenecks. They make me look French.
Ugh.
But no, no, I like survival style games. So honestly, I would just like to see DayZ actually be good. The potential's always been there.
Oh,
It's been in beta for what? Oh my god,
far too long.
I was gonna say, was it late 2000s when it was a mod?
Well, and
Like, how long has DayZ been around?
the sad part about it is the full release of DayZ.
It's still a beta.
Well, the full release of DayZ was worse than the mod.
Oh well, they took everything away. They took away vehicles. They took away so much stuff. But oh my god, if you cook chicken too long, dead.
Yep.
Burnt
Dead.
chicken, that'll kill you. That'll kill you faster than a bullet.
Some asshole decided to fill a water bottle up with gasoline. And you find it and you go, oh wow, a full bottle of water, and you drink it, dead.
Again, same as we were talking about earlier. That person's a serial killer in real life.
Mm-hmm. They've killed kittens.
That's 100%.
They have killed kittens at some
Yeah,
point
they
in their
did.
life.
Jesus. Like that. The people that do that are absolutely. Oh,
They're
they
sadists.
have to be insane.
Oh yes.
They are. But I will admit, I will give them credit. That is. I would never
Playing the
consider that.
long con.
They did. I feel like somewhere they were just sitting there watching.
Mm-hmm.
And just watching you drink it, and then just going.
They
He's
spent
gonna
all
die.
day. They spent all day on that.
Oh, Jesus.
They sat
They
there
spent-
watching their water bottle for 6 hours, just waiting.
Well,
And
that's
here
all I
comes
did,
Josh.
right
Here
up
comes
until-
Josh. Oh man.
I remember that. We would spend hours just run like, oh god, I spawn on this side of the map, you spawn on that side. 3 hours later.
Yes.
Hey, I'm here. Wait, this isn't the right town. This isn't the right town at all.
I
Damn it.
forgot how to read Russian road signs.
Dude, I don't know, when we were playing that, I legit had like a printout of the map
Oh
on
yes.
the wall next to me, so I could look at it and be like, all right, that's that word.
Well,
Oh my god.
I remember the mod where we found all of this military hardware, and I was on my second monitor. I had the map pulled up, and I was the navigator telling people where to go. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. The black Suburbans, the
Oh,
boats
gosh.
going to the islands.
Yes.
Oh, the night operations was
Oh,
so good.
It was
That-
wonderful.
it was.
And
that
then
was like right after I built my
helicopters?
first gaming computer. Oh man, helicopters were so bad to fly.
Oh,
Holy
oh
crap.
yeah.
I
But
have
once
never
you
been-
learned how,
Oh, yeah.
then it was game changing.
Oh yeah, it was game changing. I flew a helicopter once. You guys had to drive across the map to get me after that. I died. I crashed. I made it like 2 feet off the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then just immediately just like done.
Well, I remember there was a server that you could get on, and if you made a donation, then they would give you like $1 bajillion that you could spend at this one guy on the map on the northeast airstrip. You could go over there.
Oh god, yeah.
and then you could
'Cause it was
buy-
DayZ RP.
Yes, you could
It
buy
was DayZ RP, yeah.
you could buy Jeeps and airplanes
I
and stuff
remember
like
that.
that. So I bought an Offspray. I just remember carting around the map on the Offspray. That was
I-
awesome.
that was when I guess that was when RP first started coming around. I mean, now look what it is today. It's just it's the biggest thing. It's hotter than hot right now. But
Mhm.
that DayZ RP, I remember that. I do remember that because there was no kill servers too, where you could kill, but you needed a reason to.
Yeah,
Like, if you were
it had to
regret-
fit. It had to fit into
Yeah.
the role play.
Which I guess there still is. I guess that stuff's still out there. I'm not sure. I kind of wonder now, because we spent a lot of hours on that game.
Oh,
A lot of hours. I still fire
far
it up
too many
again.
hours.
I still fire it up occasionally just to see who's still shooting in Cherno. Just to see.
Mhm.
Inside jokes. Inside jokes. Whoever's listening to this right now, that was an inside joke. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Virtual fist bump. Here you go.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Yeah.
But I miss.
But,
I do.
yeah,
I
I
do
miss those
miss.
days.
I miss that. And what we need is a new version of that.
Of DayZ.
I will agree with you on that. What we need is
Yeah.
a new version of that.
And you know the kind of I guess the whole Grand Theft Auto 5 RP is like a bit of it, but I don't know. There's something about like apocalyptic world having to work with people that could betray you at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
It adds that fear because you've spent a lot of time in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing to make you think about. You know, like when you're playing Call of Duty. Okay, I respawned. I'm gonna run like full Leroy Jenkins up in here. If I die,
I
die.
get all my stuff
Who
back
cares?
in an instant.
Yeah.
I get
DayZ.
full ammo right away.
Yeah. Meanwhile, DayZ, God, I remember one time we laid outside on the hill of an airport with sniper rifles for like an hour and 45 minutes watching a group because we knew if we took one shot and missed,
We
that
were
could
dead.
potentially like, yeah, that could end in you know an all-out battle that you might not come out of.
Well, I also remember our sniper Overwatch whenever we'd go into Cherno or Electro.
Oh,
You know?
that was so much fun.
Oh.
Mason was always the one to go in.
Yep,
He
always.
always.
Speaking of
He'd
Leroy
always shoot the short
Jenkins.
straw. Yeah. He'd
Speaking
always
of
shoot the
Leroy.
short straw. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he was
Well,
good at
that's-
that.
He was. He was also
Speaking-
really good at unloading a revolver in your head.
Yeah, I was just about to
And
bring that
reload.
up. It was a crime of passion because no one bothered to convict him. 6
Oh,
times in the head and then reloaded to shoot me.
A revolver.
Oh god.
A revolver. Reloaded a revolver. Not
To shoot me more.
yeah, a revolver.
Yes.
That took time.
Yes.
That took time in DayZ.
Yes.
Thought about it.
Yes.
Uh,
All because he didn't
that-
know who I was at that point in time. Oh man.
that was the one downside, I guess, to DayZ at that time. Because I mean, last time we played, you could have like little scarves or whatever, like,
Yeah.
color them, and you would know. But then, I mean, that adds another level of. I mean, someone could just have a colored scarf thrown on and be in your group, and all of a sudden, oh hey, who's this guy? Oh shit, he's got an AK,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all dead, and we're spawning back in Cherno,
Mm-hmm.
and the process begins again.
Now I'm looking for beans, just so I don't
Yeah,
die.
like it could be. God help you if you didn't have a can opener. That would be the end of you. I mean, you could beat the hell out of it for rock or.
Yeah, and then
you
you
know,
lose like
axe.
75% of it, and you're
Yeah.
still hungry.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
But anyway, moving on from DayZ and how much of a
Yes.
great, horrible game it is.
Yes.
Like you'll never play a game that is more. That game has more bugs
Oh.
than an apartment in the ghetto.
Oh.
Kid you not.
Oh.
Kid you
In
not.
our new room, we've got cockroaches.
Literally.
And they look exactly like DayZ.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, it's a fun game, but the bugs still kill it. And it may have
Mhm.
gotten better. I hope it's gotten better.
I haven't played it in a long time. They probably haven't even. There probably hasn't
They
even
still
been an
update
update. Really?
No, they still update it.
Really?
They update it. Trying to remember, the last update was it's on Xbox One now.
Really?
Like, it's on Xbox One. Yeah, they've released it on Xbox One.
That shows you how often I play it.
Yeah, I think the last update was it February? I think it was February because I looked at it, and they took down the servers like a couple days ago to like, I guess reset everything and like fix a few bugs. They still are working on it.
Wow.
I've never seen a game be worked on this long.
Wow. Well, I guess here we go. Stable update 2.3.19 right there. I just looked it up. Wow.
The initial release date was in 2013 for
Wow.
DayZ.
Do
It is
they-
2019. We are on stable version 1.01.
And still no cars.
No, cars are back.
Oh, they're back. Wow.
They are back. That was in one of the last couple of.
Do you still have to like reconstruct them from the ground up, or are they
I believe
actually
so.
running cars?
I believe you still have to fix them, but I'm hoping that you don't have to fix them as much. Because at the point you were having to fix them, you might as well built a car.
No kidding. You got to
Actually,
go
you
find
should
an engine
work.
block, and then you got to find the pistons, and then you have to find the camshaft, and then you got to find tires and gas, and you have to find the gas tank for the car. And by the time you were all said
Car
and done,
Mechanic Simulator 2019.
Yeah.
That is Car Mechanic Simulator 2019.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spark plugs. You had to find spark plugs in that game.
Not just any spark plugs.
The
Good
correct
condition
ones.
spark plugs.
Yes.
Good condition.
Oh man.
God help you. And all you would ever find is bad condition.
And then you drive through Cherno and somebody shoots your engine block, and now it's just like fuck. Now I'm looking for good condition spark plugs again.
Pretty much. Or you're driving through Cherno and the bugginess that is the game decides to lose its mind, and you clip a building.
Or you hit a
Your car
dishwasher. You hit a dishwasher that's in the center of the road, or a washing machine.
And your car explodes. Like, I kid you not.
Yep.
The car would just explode.
Yep.
The end. Game over. You are now back in Cherno, wondering who the hell is shooting at you.
But anyway,
That was it.
you want to see a game that's that style.
I do. I love Survivor style games, especially ones that you are. I mean, I do love multiplayer Survivor games solely because it adds another layer of. It's not. Okay, so you have games like Substance, or there's another game where you're like surviving in a wasteland of snow, or I don't even remember what it's called. But again, another Survivor game, but both of those are single player.
Mm-hmm.
Where in both of them, your biggest concern is the elements,
Mm-hmm.
animals.
Mm-hmm.
You never have to think about other players. Now, if you could combine a game where you have to worry about the elements, everything,
Yes.
plus other players, I'm in my mind, and this is a perfect world. Players wouldn't be griefing as well because it's not just,
It's
taking
more
your
about working
stuff.
together.
Yeah, like it leaves the door open
Yes.
for so much better interactions. I don't know. It's dog. It's it would be a fun game. I feel like, but then again, I'm strange. I like that style game. I like simulator games. I played the Life is Strange game and 2, and I've played all the Life is Strange. It brings in the choices. So like a survival style game that had other players and choices where it's not just, it is open world, but if you shoot this person, you might not be able to certain places, or there's consequences.
Yes.
Every action should have a consequence,
Whereas
even if it's small.
a game like DayZ, no
There's no
no
consequence.
consequences.
Which I guess in that style of world where it's end of the world, zombies, whatever, what consequences could there really be?
Yeah.
But it's just I'm kind of just describing Fallout.
Just Fallout, not
76.
shit.
Not 76.
Well,
but,
in
a
all
Fallout style
honesty,
game that brought in multiplayer without sacrificing the story.
yeah, we can
That would be good.
dig Fallout back up again and talk about. It would have been a fun game if they would have not messed with the core elements. I mean,
Yeah.
every player that you see in our virtual little world is another player. It's a cool concept, but it would never work.
Yeah,
Never.
It wouldn't.
I mean, too many
it
people
wouldn't.
are always too concerned with fucking somebody over to make it work.
Yeah,
I mean, if you actually
I don't
had
think that'll
somebody,
change.
no, if you actually had it to where it was profitable for you to open up a shop and sell items that you have either found in the wastes or constructed yourself that people could buy from you, so you could actually have a player-run community market. But
Oh yeah,
there's
work.
going to be one guy that's going to run in there, throw a grenade
And
at
just
you,
steal
blow
it
up
all.
your stall, and steal everything. And that's just because that's how
That's the
people
world we
are.
live in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how people are.
there's no consequences for it.
Mhm.
Like, that's the thing. What are you gonna get? What's gonna happen? Oh no, I won't be able to come back to that town for the next 20
Yeah.
minutes in real life.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I'm
could I
banned from the
possibly
town
do?
for a day. Oh, I'll just go blow up another
Yeah.
town while I wait.
Yeah, which I think Fallout 76 actually does have like player boosts and stuff where you can sell stuff and all that stuff to try to get a I don't know, interaction between players. I don't know. It's not going to work.
No.
I mean, it's going to work to some extent, but it's not going to work well.
Yes.
That's just the way it's gonna be.
It's gonna be terrible because people on the internet are assholes. They just are.
I'm an asshole.
Well,
so-
I'm an asshole IRL, so you know.
Yeah. That translates to online as well.
Oh no! See, I'm an
try.
asshole IRL, so I'm a nice guy online. You always got to be what you ain't, you know.
That's true. That's true. That is very true. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. On DayZ, I did my fair share of killing new players. If I thought that it would be an easy target and I needed something.
You needed some
But-
beans.
Yeah, I needed beans. It was all for the beans.
Oh,
Beans were love. Beans were life. I will kill somebody for beans in that game.
except if I am trying to kill somebody and I need somebody to cover me.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die
Oh yeah.
because we
Okay,
can't
so
waste
that's-
ammunition. I haven't
know.
forgotten. Haven't forgotten to this day.
I know you've watched King of the Hill,
Yep.
but I'm the Del Gribble in that situation of like, literally, you got this as I'm running away.
Yep. Oh man.
Survival of the fittest. Because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna run in there. I'm gonna miss the first shot, and then we're both gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And I had too many beans, man. I had too many beans.
At least 5 cans of beans.
Oh,
And that pristine can opener yet too.
oh man, the pristine can opener, that was gold.
Oh man.
That was gold. If you told someone you had a pristine can opener,
Dead.
that was the end of you right there.
Dead.
They didn't even
Instantly.
like strip you and leave you. No,
Mm-mm.
no, you were just dead.
Mm-hmm. Shot to the face.
Yeah.
Can't shoot
There
him in the backpack. Don't want to damage the can opener.
Oh god, I'll never forget. That was the downside. If you weren't a really great shot and you were in close quarters, no matter what you were gonna do, you're gonna damage everything.
Oh gosh, yes.
Which they did that, I guess, to try to stop the griefing. It
But
failed.
it, oh.
They killed you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They killed you anyway.
Instead of getting 5 cans of beans off of you, they'll just get 1. They're still getting
Yeah.
beans in the end.
Yeah, yeah. And they'll get your gun.
Yep.
They'll get your gun.
Yep.
Your gun that has 2 shots in it, because ammo is the rarest thing in the world. You'd be more likely to find gold.
Yeah, you find a magazine that's got 30 rounds in it, and then you have to you have to shoot 29 of those rounds at zombies just to get out of
Yeah.
where you were.
Yeah.
Every
and
time.
then every shot brings more zombies.
Yep.
I'll never forget when they started bringing ammo that was damaged into the game.
Oh god.
Nothing was better than when you would go to take a shot at someone and your gun jammed.
Oh,
So good. That was
Oh,
the best
man.
time ever. We're back on DayZ again.
we are
All right,
back.
So I'm just gonna say DayZ is the best game ever. The end. Everyone go buy that game. That's it.
what you want? what-
Fallout, whatever. Nah.
And
DayZ's where it's at.
In the end of this discussion, the game that you want is DayZ, just not shit.
Yes, just not shit.
A full release of DayZ.
I mean, that's all I ever want out of any game. Is just
DayZ.
not shit.
Yeah.
Not shit. Any game can just not be shit, and I'll probably like it. But yes, I would like a DayZ to not be shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's the
So
bombshell of this podcast. Rockstar, EA Games, none of them, nothing.
Nope.
Not, they don't have anything on Bohemia.
nope.
The end. Bohemia's got this. Developing a game that's been in beta since 2013 and in the public, still going strong in beta. Not shit. Nothing.
And I was just bitching not that long ago that Red Dead Online was in beta for 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, Rockstar's figured out the secret.
Yes.
Keep your game in alpha or beta for like 6-7 years. People still buy it.
Oh yeah, they'll still
still
play
buy
the
it.
shit out of it.
Oh yeah. Hell, they'll pre-order. They'll
Oh.
pre-order the alpha.
Oh yeah,
I know. I've done it.
I've watched
never do that
myself
again.
do it.
I will never do that again. That was the worst $20 I've ever spent. I don't even know what game it was, but they did one update. They haven't done shit for 2 years.
Of course not.
I bought an alpha game.
Uh-huh.
Never do that, kids. Live and learn. do
I
it.
went down that path about the same time you did too, and I was just like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm giving these little indie developers some money. Maybe they'll produce a quality project.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. They have my $20 and they can go buy themselves a couple meals at McDonald's. They don't need to make any better video game. So, on that bombshell, that was relatively earth-shattering, I guess.
Life
Maybe?
changing.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Life-changing bombshell. That is, DayZ is really the only game. I mean,
Anyone should ever own.
yeah, fuck your battle royales. I just want to turn DayZ into a
DayZ
cookie
was
cutter.
the original battle royale, though.
That is right.
DayZ was the original battle royale.
Yes.
They just did it well.
Yes, that's right.
Well, no, okay, I'm stretching. They didn't do it well. They just did
They
it
just
better
did
than
it.
everyone else.
Yeah, they just well, they didn't even do it better. They just did it.
No. Well, I mean, PUBG is a good game, but you can't compare it to DayZ because
No.
it's not the same style. It's just not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I remember we used to spend nights, like hours, and never saw another person, and then suddenly
Yeah.
you're getting shot from some hill you have no idea. So
I just spent 12 hours collecting all of my beans just to get shot from a guy I didn't even see.
that did happen, especially if you went to the airport.
Yes.
Everything's going great. No one's there. Last tent, all you hear, map done. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and you're on the beach looking for beans.
Yeah.
It's all about
And then
them beans.
the other two people that are with you get chased for like 3 hours through the forest, and you think in your mind, like, 3 hours in real lifetime, like, they've given up. No one is going to chase you for 3 hours.
Nope. DayZ
Wrong.
people will chase you for that long.
They did, and they killed us both.
Yep. So again,
Yes, just like microtransactions are doing the whole gaming world. The end. Done.
Yep.
That's how you wrap it up. Microtransactions are literally DayZ players. Everything. Killing them all.
And here we are. We've come full circle.
Yep. EA Games.
EA Games
It
sucks.
sucks. Yeah.
EA Games, if you're listening,
Microtransactions.
EA Games, if you're listening, make DayZ, make a version of DayZ, and you'll do better.
No, they'll just add microtransactions to that.
Ooh.
Oh, you want a rocket launcher? Oh, we got you.
Yeah, you want a
Rocket
flying
launcher?
car?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm waiting for them to add flying horses. It's going to
Mhm.
happen.
It's gonna
Red Dead
happen.
Redemption 2, it'll happen. Give it like 4 years. It'll happen.
Yep. Oh yeah. Wow. We really have come full circle, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
I guess on
Most
that
of the whole EA Games like theme was EA Games. It's in the game or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. EA Games, microtransactions are in the game. That's their new. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it.
Well, I guess in the words of Jeremy Clarkson, on that bombshell, it's time to end. So I guess thank you for watching the Debug. And
If you're still here.
yeah, if you're still here, I guess we'll be back soon.
Debug complete. Power restored. All systems green.